What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana, back at you with another YouTube video. These 7-star Torterra raids have been live for a couple of days, so today I'll be going over how you can solo the raids in case you don't have a group to take them down. So let's go ahead and hop into it. So before we hop into the actual solo strategy, let's take a peek at what you're going to be going up against in the actual raid. So Torterra is of course going to be level 100 since this is a 7-star Tera raid and is normally a grass and ground type Pokemon. However, for this raid, it is going to have the ground Tera type. Its ability is going to be Shell Armor, which means that it's protected from any critical hits. As for its main moveset, it is going to have access to Earthquake, Wood Hammer, Smackdown, and Earth Power. However, it does also use the move Shell Smash, which is kind of like a double-edged sword because it does raise its speed, attack, and special attack, but it drops its defense and special defense. Now, in order to solo this raid, we do have a new Pokemon that we're going to be using, which is Orthworm. You want your Orthworm to be level 100, and it's normally a pure Steel type Pokemon. However, for this raid, you do want it to have the Fighting Tera type. For its health item, you are going to want to give it the Shell Bell, which does give you a little bit of HP recovery every time you use a damage dealing move. And its EV spread is going to be full HP and full defense with a defense boosting nature. You also want to make sure that it does have the ability Earth Eater, which means that if it gets hit by a ground type move, it actually gets its HP restored instead of taking any damage from it. As for your moveset, you are going to want to go with Mud Slap, Iron Defense, Body Press, and Protect. Mud Slap is going to lower Torterra's accuracy. Iron Defense is going to raise your defense stat, which ties in with Body Press since Body Press's power is based off of your defense. And then Protect is there to stop you from getting hit. Duh. But now that we know what we're going up against and what we're going to be bringing into the raid, let's go ahead and hop into the actual strategy. So the strategy for this raid is actually going to be really straightforward. However, I do recommend resetting if you get paired with the Arboliva NPC, just because the whole grassy terrain thing just takes up so much time with the animations. But what you're gonna do just right off the bat, it's obviously going to Shell Smash, which is super annoying because, like I mentioned, it does raise attack and special attack, but it lowers all of its defenses, and it also raises speed. But what you're gonna do is you're just gonna Mud Slap until it basically just resets all of your stats. Because what that's gonna do is, number one, it is going to go ahead and charge your Tera Orb, and two, it's going to lower Torterra's accuracy so that you're not getting hit by any of these attacks. It is also nice that we do have Earth Eater, so if it does use Earthquake or Earth Power, we're just gonna not take that as damage. We're just gonna take that as heals instead. And since we are a Steel type until we Terastallize, any Rock type moves that it uses are just not gonna be very effective. So yeah, you're just gonna Mud Slap over and over and over again until it finally clears any abilities and stats on your side. For me, it ended up taking a little bit longer than I thought just because it did get fully paralyzed for a couple of turns. So it honestly just depends on how your raid goes. If you have a lucky pair like me, it might take a little bit longer. If you are just doing it normally without any statuses, it'll probably be a little bit quicker. But yeah, as you can see, it got paralyzed, so I'm just gonna keep Mud Slapping here. So this is actually going to be my 4th Mud Slap, so, you know, we are basically just nerfing it to nothing when it comes to accuracy. We love Earth Eater, so we don't take any damage from that Earth Power, and I'm going to go for a 5th Mud Slap now. It got fully paralyzed after that 5th Mud Slap once again, so we are going to go for a 6th one. Just kidding, we don't have to go for a 6th. We only need to go for 5. So now that we've done that, we are going to go ahead and protect this turn. And now that we've done that, we are going to go ahead and use Iron Defense for the next 3 turns. And as you can see, it does have its shield up at this point. So here is our first Iron Defense. And as you can see, the accuracy drops are already coming in handy because we did avoid an attack. Iron Defense number 2, we also avoided that Smackdown. So as you can see, the Mud Slaps are very nice to have. It's going to remove any negative effects from itself, and it is going to use Shell Smash once again. We're going to go ahead and go for our final Iron Defense. Now that we've done that, we are going to go ahead and go for a Defense Cheer here. And the reason that we're doing this is because, like I mentioned, Body Press does go off of your defense stat. So Defense Cheer coupled with Iron Defense basically makes it do a lot more damage. That Wood Hammer once again did 3 damage, and we're gonna go ahead and Terastallize here and go for a Body Press. Another reason that we are using Defense Cheers here, and you'll see that we're gonna use it a couple of times, is because it also helps us preserve the amount of Body Presses that we have available to us. Personally, I would still use like a PP up. I didn't, and I literally almost ran out of them. But yeah, the defense tiers also help with that. So here we're getting hit by a smackdown, but we are going to go ahead and get our second body press off here. So now we're gonna go ahead and go for a second defense tier. You literally don't have to worry about taking damage at this point, by the way. And we're gonna go for body press for the next 2 turns once again. Literally, look at that. I feel like the HP bar didn't even move after that wood hammer. But here's our first body press. And then we're going to go for our second body press. And Torterra is gonna try its darndest to do more than 5 damage to us. Body press number 2. And now this turn, you're gonna go for yet another defense cheer. But now that we've run out of defense cheers, you are free to just spam body press at this point. Obviously, we are almost broken through the shield, so they are going to start doing a little bit more damage than they have been, which is nice. So yeah, however many body presses that it takes until you knock out Torterra. Like I said, at this point, because of the iron defenses and because of the defense cheers, you literally don't have to worry about taking like any damage. I mean, barring a crit, obviously crit ignores all of your defense boosts, but yeah, this one's kind of a cakewalk. Is it a little long-winded? Yes, it is. However, I mean, like I said, you're just gonna never take damage basically after you get your setup. So here's another body press. We're in the yellow. And don't worry, you won't run out of time either. But this is also why I said that you don't want to be paired with the tree, because of the whole seed sower thing, and then like the grassy terrain with the whole like wasting time watching all the animations, all of that. So yeah, this is a very long-winded way to win. However, it is a way to win without you ever being worried that you're going to faint. Getting hit by a smackdown once again. That literally did 1 damage. I just watched it. That's crazy. Here's another body press. As you can see, I'm down to like my last 3. And we are basically going to end up using all of our body presses because that looks like it's within range of like the last 2. So here we go. Down to our final one after this one. Look at this wood hammer literally doing like no damage. That's insane to me. Here's our second to last body press, and as you can see, we are going to be using the full amount of our body presses to take out Torterra. So here we go for our final body press. And once again, taking 1 damage from smackdown. And there you are. There is one of the easiest and least stressful ways for you to beat the 7-star Torterra raid. The rewards for this one are going to be Herba Mística. You are going to get iron, so you're going to get some defense vitamins, as well as rare candies and regular candies and Tera shards. But there you have it. That is how you can easily solo the 7-star Torterra raid. Leave a comment down below with what you ended up using, as I'm sure people would love other options. But that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, I kindly suggest that you consider subscribing so that I can continue to make content for you guys. And if you are already subscribed and you would like another way to support the channel, feel free to check out the merch store. There is a link down below in the description that takes you to not only my merch store, but also all of my other socials so you can keep up with what I'm doing on a daily basis. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to those of you who have joined the channel as members. I appreciate you all so much. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.